I'm Tierra Lauk, and this is Kathy Self, and we're the artists that created this piece for Grace Commons. And I basically laid out a general design on paper and gave it the canvas to Kathy. She painted the background, and then she passed it back to me, and I created a cross with the dimension going up toward the heavens, and put texture on it, and picked colors that would complement her background well. And then we got together after we collected all of the notes from the congregation that they wrote on vellum. We attached all of them in a Fibonacci shape, and Kathy will explain more about that. And then I added some metal leafing. Here's some copper, silver, and gold leaf to enhance the notes and bring value to them.
So I will talk a little bit about the reason why we chose a Fibonacci spiral to grace the way the notes were arranged on the painting. And I've always considered that spiral that we see repeated throughout nature with the Milky Way, with how a fiddle leaf on a fern is curled, how our inner ear is formed. I see that as God's fingerprint that in all of creation. So we wanted to include that in this painting as a symbol of the generative work of the Holy Spirit. The title of the painting, Absolute Grace, is actually rooted in the math term of absolute value, where when you consider a timeline with 0 as a center point, and the absolute value of a number is determined by how far it is from that 0. So minus 14 and plus 14 have the same value because they're the same distance from that 0. And with absolute grace, I consider God's grace to be that fulcrum or focal point. And no matter how negative a moment is in our life or how positive, each of those moments as we present them to the Lord have tremendous value in His eyes. And that is the story of this painting, the absolute grace of God working through us. And I chose these colors, the reds, the blues, and the greens. Those were intentional because of how we perceive light and how we perceive light. The primary colors of light are red, green, and blue. So I wanted to bring that quality of light into how I organized the colors for the background. It was a wonderful time creating this for you. We love how these words are, and if you just stand in front of the painting and read the words, it's like you're making a prayer, and that is just wonderful. So thank you for letting us work with you to create this beautiful painting.
Yes.